The art of making decisions.
If you want to be successful in life, you must learn to make good decisions without hesitation or procrastination. This is the primary ability that can distinguish you from your peers. While most people are hesitant to make difficult decisions, you can meet deadlines and produce results that provide true value. The only sure way to determine the effectiveness of a decision is to examine the outcomes. You'll learn whether a decision was good, bad, or indifferent over time. However, relying solely on retrospective analysis can make the path to better decisions questionable. In hindsight, attribution bias is extremely common. If you create a checklist of attributes to evaluate a decision in advance, you can predict whether or not it is likely to be a good one. Here are 7 core elements to make great decisions. 1. Great decisions are guided by many viewpoints. While seeking a common understanding should never be your goal, this does not give you the right to act unilaterally. To come to a conclusion, consult with those who can make a significant contribution. The primary source of healthy, robust debate is the search for valuable input. It will assist you in gaining a better understanding of the problem at hand and coming up with smart, effective solutions. 2. Find out the main cause of your decision. You may be wondering what kind of information you should seek out from your team members or colleagues. Often, when faced with a difficult problem, we focus on identifying the symptoms, not the core issue that caused the problem in the first place. If you do this, the same problem is sure to reappear down the road. Although you may need to urgently address the symptoms, once this is done, you should always develop a plan to fix the root cause. Reaching out to people who are closest to the issue at hand will help you identify what this is. Use your time with them to gather that information. 3. Be accountable for your decision. Even after you've received the information you need to make an informed decision, keep in mind that you, and you alone, must be willing to accept responsibility for your decision. Weak leaders find it reassuring to have their decisions validated by those around them. They don't want to feel exposed by making a decisive decision that may be unpopular, no matter how necessary it is. However, sharing accountability dilutes your decision and your effectiveness as the person making the call. 4. Consider all aspects of a problem. One way to boost your confidence is to practice weighing the risks and potential consequences of each decision you make on a regular basis. It's simply a matter of thinking broadly enough to identify the outcomes of your choice. How likely is it that a bad result will occur, and what will the consequences be if it does? 5. Think about the short-term and long-term value. Consider the short-term versus long-term costs and benefits when weighing risk versus impact. Short-termism is a curse that plagues the decision-making frames of many leaders. It's tempting to focus solely on short-term outcomes, especially when you're judged solely on the completion of your annual work. However, as you advance in your life, it becomes more obvious when you fail to consider the long-term consequences of your decisions. Finding the right balance of short-term and long-term considerations is essential for unlocking true value. The sooner you include this in your decision-making process, the better. 6. Communicate decisions effectively to stakeholders. While you don't necessarily want everyone with a passing interest to be involved in the decision-making process, you do want everyone to be on the same page with the outcome. That is why it is critical to communicate the substance and reasoning behind your decisions to stakeholders. 7. Make decisions promptly. Understanding the core elements of a good decision is the first step towards speeding up your decision-making process. When you consider all of the factors, it's simply a matter of addressing each one with a sense of urgency. Instead of elaborately consulting everyone who wants to share their opinion, seek feedback only from those who can truly add value. Many leaders put off making decisions because they are afraid of making a mistake or, worse, being disliked. However, the amount of time you spend on any particular aspect of the decision-making process should be determined by one factor: risk. Your risk assessment will determine whether you should be more or less cautious. With a commitment to prospectively evaluating your decisions, you'll discover that you can make better decisions faster than ever before. Now that you know what makes a great decision, here are 8 tips for making better decisions. 1. Do not overthink. Every decision should be preceded by some thought as you weigh the pros, cons, consequences, and all available options, but overthinking can prevent you from making a final decision. Overthinking increases the likelihood of introducing doubt into your decision-making process, which can become a pattern and influence future decisions. If you're having trouble making a decision, take a break and come back when your mind is clearer. 2. Take great care of yourself. Sleep and water consumption can have an impact on your mental clarity and focus, as well as your decision-making abilities. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night. Drink 8 glasses of water throughout the day. If you keep a water bottle with you at all times, you may find it easier to drink more consistently. If you have trouble drinking water, try putting fruit in it to make it more enjoyable. 3. Start taking yourself out of the situation. Allowing yourself to be an outside observer of the situation can help you be a better decision maker. When you do, you're more likely to consider all of your alternatives and even be more open to considering compromises, which can be especially useful when your decision affects others. There are often many emotions involved in the decision-making process, and removing yourself from the situation for even a short time can help you refocus and look at the facts in front of you. 4. Don't be afraid to admit your mistakes. Making mistakes and learning from them is one of the best ways to make better decisions. Making mistakes isn't always a bad thing. Mistakes can give you more confidence in your ability to make decisions based on your experiences in the future. 5. Advise yourself more often. Pretend you're giving advice to a friend on how to proceed to make better decisions. By doing so, you can remove yourself from a situation long enough to make an objective decision. It can be much easier to inform a friend than it is to decide on your own, and you may discover that you are kinder to yourself and more positive about your role in making important decisions. 6. Control your emotions. Emotions should be considered when making decisions, but it is also necessary to ensure that you are acting with emotional intelligence if you want to make better decisions. Just as asking for feedback requires a delicate balance, so does managing your emotions. Too much emotion can cloud your judgment, causing you to make decisions you would not have made otherwise. This is true for both positive and negative emotions. 7. Accept the possibility of making a bad decision. Being a better decision maker entails being willing to take risks and understanding that not every decision you make will be the best one. This possibility should be considered so that you can make an informed decision. 8. Maintain your values. It should be easier to see the path ahead of you if you stay true to your values during the decision-making process, basing your decisions on your goals and where you see a situation going in the long run. Furthermore, staying true to your values gives you confidence and helps you accept your decision even when things don't go as planned.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this.